Masters of the Air, the excellent follow-up series to one of HBO's best shows, Band of Brothers, is free to watch this weekend, which means everyone should check it out. Released in 2001, Band of Brothers was a groundbreaking series. Created by Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg, it felt like a spiritual successor to Saving Private Ryan at the time, and there have been 3 Band of Brothers shows so far, focusing on different parts of World War II. The Air Force-focused Masters of the Air is the latest Band of Brothers follow-up, that premiered early in 2024. For anyone wanting more World War II, prestige miniseries, Masters of the Air is perfect, and given that it will be free to watch the first weekend of January, there is no better time to check it out. Not only does it do a good job of standing on its own, but it continues the legacy that Band of Brothers created over 2 decades prior. Band of Brothers has had 2 great follow-ups. Its spiritual sequels are almost as strong. Band of Brothers is one of the greatest miniseries of all time, and with World War II providing such a rich tapestry of stories, it only made sense that the series would be followed up in some way. The first follow-up, The Pacific, was released 9 years after Band of Brothers' 2001 premiere. The Pacific was also released on HBO, and unlike Band of Brothers telling the story of Easy Company in Europe, The Pacific focused on the United States Marine Corps actions in the Pacific Theater of Operations. It was a fantastic follow-up to a groundbreaking series released 23 years after Band of Brothers, and 14 after The Pacific. The second companion series to HBO's 2001 show was Masters of the Air. While Band of Brothers and The Pacific were both HBO series, Masters of the Air was created for Apple TV+. The move to a different studio didn't change much in terms of quality, as Masters of the Air is an immaculately crafted look at the 100th Bomb Group working through dangerous missions to destroy various targets in German-occupied Europe, focusing on the Air Force side of the United States Armed Forces during World War II. Masters of the Air is free to watch this weekend. Apple TV Plus is free the first weekend of the year. Bucky singing in Masters of the Air. With a brand new year here at last, Apple decided to do something special. For the first weekend of 2025, January 3rd to 5th, Apple TV Plus will be free for everyone, as no subscription will be needed. With Masters of the Air featured within their original lineup, this weekend is the perfect opportunity to see what it is all about. Given that there are 9 episodes in total, there is plenty of time to finish it. For those unwilling to subscribe to another service to watch one series, there is nothing in the way of binging Masters of the Air this weekend. If watching Masters of the Air doesn't take up the entire weekend, there are plenty of other shows to check out on Apple TV Plus, including some of the best series of the past couple of years. Some easy recommendations are the sci-fi thriller Severance, the heartwarming Ted Lasso, the hilarious Shrinking, and the award-winning Slow Horses. The generational family drama Pachinko is also a must-see. There are also plenty of movies to watch as well, including Fly Me to the Moon and Wolves. There is no shortage of great movies and great TV shows on Apple TV+. Why Masters of the Air is the perfect show to watch this weekend. The breathtaking combat sequences make it worth it. Masters of the Air Second Lieutenant Robert Daniels. There really are few shows as good as Band of Brothers and how it was able to focus on the characters at the heart of the world's most horrific moments, but some come close, and both The Pacific and Masters of the Air are worthy companion series to the enduring HBO miniseries. Given that it will cost nothing to watch, Masters of the Air is the perfect series to check out. It also helps that it is very good, with truly breathtaking aerial combat and characters that are incredibly well realized. Being the official follow-up to both Band of Brothers and The Pacific is integral, as everyone involved with Masters of the Air is dedicated to making it the best experience possible, exploring the intricacies of World War II and how various units of the armed forces navigated the war. For anyone who loves the stories coming out of World War II, or seeing incredible characters face nearly impossible odds, Masters of the Air is an easy recommendation, and needs to be watched when it is at its most accessible.